Simon and Genevieve all got in touch with us to share how their dreams of living by the sea have been ruined due to their homes being impacted by coastal erosion.
Now that we're in storm season, the prospect of houses being swallowed up by the sea is a reality for so many more people, as presenter Tony Blackburn has found out.
Around 28% of the coast in England and Wales is at risk of coastal erosion, where the land is gradually worn away by the sea, sometimes leaving properties in a perilous position. Rather like here in Hemsby, where we are right now, where some houses have had to be evacuated due to erosion. I've come here to meet the residents, to find out how it's affected them and what's being done to help them. When Kevin was planning his retirement in 2009, he wanted to live near the sea.
So I thought if I moved to Hemsby, I could sell up, I could buy the property outright so that I had no debts, nothing.
The house Kevin found was just 300 metres from the sea, so he did his research and spoke to a number of marine surveyors to find out about the rate of coastal erosion.
I know that the Norfolk coast is the fastest eroding coastline in Europe. The experts, to a man, they all said prognosis for that coastline is between 80 and 100 years.
You paid for the house?
Yes, outright.
Did you have insurance on it?
No, I could have got insurance, but it would have probably been, I think one quote I got was virtually more than a mortgage.
So you took the risk?
Didn't have building insurance.
But by 2023, due to coastal erosion, the sea was just 10 metres from Kevin's house.
It was getting ever closer to me, and so the anxiety and the worry and the stress was building over that time.
You can actually see my veranda where I used to sit out and sip my gin and tonics.
One stage there was no cliff there.
No, it was a huge, great sand dune down, gradually sloping down, undulating down to the beach.
Finally, Kevin's house was deemed unsafe by the council and its demolition was ordered.
I received a letter by hand and it gave me 7 days to move. On the day of demolition, I watched these big dumper trucks going past, and I recognised on the top of this dumper truck parts of my house going past.
Kevin was rehoused by the council, but his dreams of retirement by the sea have gone. So this to you has been a total disaster.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, you wanted to spend your retirement looking at the sea and things like that, and
it was my forever home.
Although it's very, very nice where you are, it's not exactly the same that you had before.
You look out the window at other people's windows.
Simon and Genevieve are still living in their dream coastal home, but with the sea 20 metres from their front door, it's just a matter of time before they too will have to move.
We were told at the time we were looking for a property, the erosion rate was about a metre a year. At that time, we were a good, 150 metres, 200 metres away from the high tide line. Tossed the coin and took the gamble, and this is where we are with it. Last couple of years, there's been an unusual number of storms coming in far more frequently, and every time a storm comes in, it's doing more and more damage.
When you decided to buy this place, did you try and get insurance on it?
When we first bought the property, we had insurance.
You had insurance?
We had insurance up until last year. And then suddenly our insurance company said, all of a sudden, does not include coastal erosion. Now we have to go to specialist companies to get insurance, and then it's very expensive.
So what will you do?
We're planning already to look at some way out that we can get to quickly in an emergency, so maybe buy a caravan or a chalet. And then from there, look at either renting or buying another house.
As the risk of coastal erosion in areas like this rise, getting a home insurance becomes more and more challenging. But properties running the risk of collapsing have to be demolished very, very quickly. And that means that the homeowners and the council have to pick up the cost. It's an issue Carl Smith, leader of the Great Yarmouth Borough Council, takes very seriously. So when you demolish a property, is that the last resort?
Yes, obviously, we don't want to demolish anyone's property, but obviously we do have to act very quickly, because the thing is the coastline, it can change so dramatically. You can have 10 metres gone within an hour. We take into account safety.
So you are rehousing, you do rehouse people?
We do try, if, you know, if it is their permanent home, we do try that.
Yes.
Obviously, if it's their second home, then obviously they can,
Yeah,
they
of
have
course.
got somewhere to go.
Is there anything you can do about
Well,
it?
we are trying to get these people to give them a piece of land where they can move to and have a new home. Obviously, that the cost
Yeah.
will be to them. We've had a report done along here now, which we hope to publish very, very soon. It's £20 million to put in the sea defence, but whatever we do here affects everyone further down the coast. You've got to think of the further impact that's going to cause on erosion going further down the coast.
Do you think the government should get involved with this?
Well, we have written to the Environment Secretary to say, can they please look at the fund and see what you can do to help people and places like Hemsby.
But Professor Mike Elliott from the University of Hull, who specialises in coastal studies, doesn't think this is a problem central government will be able to solve anytime soon.
Erosion on the east coast has been happening for millennia. In all of that time, people have moved back. They haven't tried to stop it. Because of global warming, the sea level is coming up slightly. But also, if we have different rainfall patterns, that can increase the erosion. The other one is if the sea gets more stormy, and with climate change, the sea is becoming more stormy, then that can make the erosion worse. To stop erosion is really expensive. We're talking about probably £2 or £3 million per couple of 100 metres. And if we stop erosion in one place, it may make it worse in another place. And the government's policy is we stop erosion in areas where there's a large population or where there is industry, but we can't protect single houses or areas where there's few houses. So our policy now is to move people back and also to prevent building.
For anyone who still has their heart set on a home by the sea, bear in mind that even if you can get building insurance, at first, there's no guarantee that your insurance company will cover you for coastal erosion forever. Estimates of the rate of erosion are just that, and the sea may be at your door quicker than you think, just like Hemsby. Well, I've seen firsthand now what erosion can do on a coastline, and it amazed me how sad it is, not only for the residents, but also the council and what they can do about it. It really is shocking.
Yeah, the most heartbreaking situation for so many people. What can you say other than thank you, Genevieve, Kevin and Simon, for sharing your story with us, and Tony then, a beautiful part of the Norfolk coast in the
in sunnier
summer.
times as well.
Yeah.